Yesterday, First Lady Jill Biden delivered the keynote address at the Los Angeles fundraising event for the Human Rights Campaign, which is kind of like the foremost LGBTQ activist group. Now, the headlines today mentioned that pro-Hamas hecklers interrupted the First Lady's speech before being removed by security. That's just funny. But what they didn't highlight, what the legacy media didn't highlight, was that Joe Biden's compared the removing of pornography from schools, public schools, your tax dollars going to promote these textbooks that are pornographic, to book burners in Nazi Germany. Yeah. Joining me now to discuss this is Dr. Dave Brat. He previously served in Congress from Virginia. He's now the dean of the Liberty School of Business. Dr. Brat, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Hey, great to be on. Thanks, Tony.
So, Dave, we spend so much time, not we, but in public schools, indoctrinating children. They don't teach them history anymore. So most people probably believe she knew what she was talking about.
Yeah, no, that's right. The importance of the Judeo-Christian tradition to all the liberal values that the liberals used to like are crucial. In case they missed the memo, the Protestants founded Harvard, Yale, Princeton, all the publics, all trained in, all believed in modern democracy, the republic, the Constitution, the rule of law, and the Judeo-Christian tradition uniquely came up with the entire human rights apparatus and language of the modern period after the Enlightenment. And so the confusion is, what exact rights are we talking about, right? The Constitution was set up to protect exactly minority rights, but the rights back then were life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The question these days is who rights get to trump other rights. The Christians benevolently gave up their assertion to power. We gave away the universities for free to be fair players and said, let's just do Aristotle. But the left shows no willingness. They want to impose their will, and they expect that Christians should give up their rights. And so this is the modern period.
Let's talk about her analogy, her reference to Nazi Germany and the book burning, which was actually driven by students on college campuses who were burning Jewish books, other books that they declared un-German. And it was driven by anti-Semitism. I mean, that's what we see on college campuses today.
I
have a hard time trying to wrap my head around the idea that parents that don't want their children indoctrinated with gender confusion and pornographic material are somehow like Nazis.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And so that right there is a great point, right? At Harvard, that's precisely the point, the rights of Jewish students just to be able to go to class today. And then when you want to look at the attack of the brown shirts back under Hitler, that was all brought to you by the big state. Well, us conservatives, as the constitutional republic-loving conservatives, we want a small state, so that can never happen. So you have the separation of powers in the House and the Senate and then the executive and the judiciary, all protecting the rights of minorities so that can never happen again. But now the left is precisely the party in favor of big government, and they're the only ones I know that have done a massive cancel, right? All of the Magnificent Seven, the big tech firms are all run by avowed leftists. None of them are big Republican donors or conservatives anymore. And so the American people just haven't caught up with that, right? They think Republicans are all the rich fat cats. Not anymore. Things are inverted. And this election cycle is going to see a huge, probably populist move versus the globalists, not your old standard Republican versus Democrat.
This is part of the danger of not knowing history, is that they can cherry pick these illustrations, these well-known tidbits from history, but completely. It's like people who go through and pull a verse out of the Bible, taking it completely out of context and applying it.
No, that's right. And I mean, the amazing thing is they're getting away with this, right? The last few election cycles, I thought it was getting so crazy already that I thought the American people surely wake up. But in the last few election cycles, that did not happen. So we'll see. It's on the American people. Now, when you've got the mayor of New York City saying that the border invasion is ruining my city, along with the mayor of Chicago, and you've got the African American community, Hispanic community, the young people now on the World Happiness Index fell from the top 10 to 67th happiest in the world. Right, so something's gone very wrong, and I don't get the mainstream mom and dads out there better get to work, or we're going to be living in a strange land.
Yeah, and hopefully as that pendulum swings, it will continue to swing, and they won't snatch it down as what I think they're trying to do.
Right.
Dr. Dave Brat, always great to talk with you. You're out of time. Good to see you again, my friend.
You too, Tony. Thanks. Great show.